Hey everyone, Jeremy here from Flatware Creations. I am going through all of these new bits that I have. Let's see, let's bring it right up here. It's going to take me a bit to get used to this camera. I have a whole bunch of other bits. Let's see. I'm used to going the other way, like towards the camera, but now the camera's up here. So I got some heart bits and some setting burrs, and some of these little tiny guys, a few miscellaneous. So what I'm doing is I'm modifying this old Dremel box. I don't use it at all. So we got some spaces on this side. And I had some acrylic glass, some thick stuff from just replacing or making a new window. So this is 1 inch thick acrylic glass. So what I did was I've taken and cut out 4 blocks of this stuff that we're going to be putting holes in. This is all dental tools and carving tools. I still have to kind of figure out what's going on. I'm still not sure if these are going to go in this box or not right here. They might go somewhere else, but for now, this is where I'm trying to stick them. We have a couple slots down here for other stuff, but we have all kinds of these cutting burrs. Yeah, all kinds of things. So what we have to do now is drill these here. Okay. So most of the bits are 3/32. And these bits are the larger Dremel bits. You can kind of see the size difference there. There we go. So these guys just kind of blah. They sit in the hole, but they're not really there. And a lot of these don't taper down or don't get bigger. Like only a couple of them get bigger, so I need to make sure that these are pretty snug in the glass. So this is probably a good one for that. Put that guy right there. But we need to mark out our block here. And we need to measure how far these are apart, because that seems to be a good distance. I can probably go a little closer on some of these, but we're looking at 1.5 centimeters. It's 1.25. So we're going to do a short one. We're going to do this guy. Good morning, Earl. Hi, buddy. He's my Nano Nemo. So here I'm measuring Well, right now I'm searching for my ruler. Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right there in front of me. So I'm trying to figure out the measurement for how far apart I should space these, and to try and get the most amount of room and to keep everything from being really cluttered. So I'm just trying to find the center of the holes. I already like the disc, or not, I already like the tray. So just trying to get used to this new tool, and at the same time be able to get my holes all mapped out. So I go through all of this, double checking, triple checking, doing a lot of extra work that I didn't have to do, that I later found out I didn't have to do. So everything's straight. Okay, that's all straight. So now we'll start from these holes. Then we're just going to do the intersections. So just doing the where the two lines meet. Okay, so we're going to cut these holes first. You can kind of see them. There we go. So right now I am drilling the holes. Unfortunately, I found out later that those holes that fit the bits are a little too small. Everything fit right, but it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. And right here I'm testing to see how the bits fit and how they sit and how low they go. So I'm trying to find out which way is the best way to have these bits in here. So eventually it came down to cardboard was the right thickness. I just needed to cut it up, fit everything in the slots, and of course I couldn't find a knife, so I had to use a razor blade by hand. There we go. Now I got the camera right. So these pieces were a little bit small, which I found out in a couple of seconds now. So I make bigger ones. And that goes well. So I get all of these put in here, and they work great. They're just high enough to keep the short ones from falling too far down, so I can still pick them out. And it's not too tall that makes it so that the top won't close. And these ended up working really well. So this video ended up being about 4 hours long, but I had to pause it a few times, so I probably have 5 hours or so that I spent on this project today, trying to get everything organized so I can focus on making things. Super excited about all my new toys. I thought I had this part going faster. Alright, one more piece. You never know when you need a box. Alright, there we go. So this ends up working really well. I did have to take and put that little block of wood back there to keep it kind of level. I ended up cutting that up into real thin strips later on. And I think we're about to cut, yeah, there, here we go. I have to cut this new piece to get 3 in the middle so they're nice and snug. So I just kind of mark it out. Just get kind of a rough shape. Not rough shape, but a rough guess to where the line should be. And then I just go up my bandsaw. It's kind of weird looking at it from this angle because it's upside down. This is the first time I'm using this camera feature. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a lot more, and because of that I kind of wanted to have the double camera set up so you could see what I'm working on. And then also me and whoever's with me, like Zachary came over. This, I drilled the holes, and what I'm doing now is I'm going back through the holes just to make sure that they're cleaned out. I was showing Zachary here kind of what I wanted done. And here I'm back to getting things fit in there, and I'm starting to put things in. I had that job picked out for Zachary, but everything was too far apart, so time to drill some more holes. And so here I give Zachary a job wiping off all the permanent marker. Gus of course came around. So I can't drill all the way through this in one go. I did a few times towards the end, but sometimes it will heat up so much it just grabs the bit and it won't let it go. And then you're worried about cracking it or breaking the drill bit off in there. So going slow was okay, but it took forever. Like, I deleted at least an hour of drilling holes from this video. This is also my first time doing a voiceover, so I hope this comes out good. Zachary helped me a lot. I tried to give him as many jobs as I could, but the drilling had to be done slow, so I got that job. And I didn't have anything for him to bang and flatten. But after this piece, he stays busy for a little while. The plastic made such a mess. I don't know how many times I vacuumed up. So I ended up going, so right here I'm still doing the smaller bits, just big enough to fit the 3/32 bits. And before it's all done, I end up making all of the holes, including those, the bigger size to fit the Dremel bits. It was just easier in the long run in case I have to move or switch anything. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I marked my lines. Now I'm marking where I want the holes, so I'm going from one spot and I'm kind of just making a quick scratch across the line just to give me an X marks the spot for my drill bit. I thought I had all these going a little bit faster than this. But I think I slowed this part down so you guys could see it. And I did have to go over and put black dots on them just so that I could see them whenever I went to drill them. Once I got that first one done, everything else just went pretty quick. OCD kicked in and we get all the pieces done. I like this new camera setup also because it leaves my phone free. The picture quality is still pretty good. I just need to figure out how to rig up the camera so that I can move it, kind of swing it around, put it in different angles. So right now it's just on my tripod hanging off the top shelf in my shop. Alright, almost done. I think that's the last one. I hope that's the last one. Phew, that's done. So this is me going back over one of the blocks with the bigger bit. And just finishing it up, because I already drilled the holes once. And in between each time I had to bring it up for a second just to kind of let things cool down a little bit. It only took a couple seconds for the plastic to harden back up, but it was kind of sketchy at some points. About halfway done. And then I forget what happens, but here's the end. All right, so we finished our project. We took our old Dremel case that only had pretty much this for bit storage. I mean, and you had the little trays and stuff. And suicide. So we have this. Let's go to this side. There we go. So I have all my mandrels here. Blades. I still have a whole bunch of blades I have to get worked into here, but that should be no problem. My glass cutters. And then let's see if they're all in place. Look at that. They're all there. Let's get you guys zoomed in here a little bit. So these two right here are the standard Dremel size for the shank, and still getting the kinks worked out, but and then these three are my 3/32 shank. So a lot of these are bits I haven't used in forever. Most of the Dremel bits I never use. I've had these for a while that I got in a set. These guys are new. Some diamond, fine diamond wheels, polishing wheels, and then more diamond bits. So I keep all the balls. I use them up on my, let's see, I'm on the wrong screen. I use them up here for my daily. I go through almost all of these just about every time I do something. And so they cleared up a whole bunch of my board here, so I can bring all of these wheels, I can bring those all closer to me now, so I don't have to reach so far, which is gonna be nice. That's awesome. So I don't have to even really move. That hole needs drilled out a little bit, but we're set. I have all of this new storage. What I did was I took still gotta figure out where everything goes. This is 1 inch thick acrylic glass. I just made my wife a bay window with this. It is heavy stuff. I was able to get pretty much a 4x8 sheet of this that we cut up into 3 pieces to be able to transport it home in my car for $50. And I think it's like $250 a sheet for this stuff. So These were scrap pieces that I had left over. I still have quite a few little pieces left, but we cut them into strips and fit them in here so everything's nice and pretty much tight. I do have this little gap here. I will find something to fit in there. Nothing seems to be really moving though, so I think I'm probably done with this. I do have other bits, but these go with this polishing compound, so I don't want to separate those. And I wasn't able to make a spot for all of the dental tools and the wax carving tools, so I still have those to work on. And still finding miscellaneous bits and pieces, but we got it done. I'm excited. I need to look there, not at my picture. Storage done. I've got this set up for my roll-in mill. I got that set up yesterday. My vise can slide right in here. This is quite convenient having my mouse right here. Let me zoom out for it. And I am able to adjust this camera, so that's pretty cool. And right now is my first time actually recording video, so I still have to see how it edits, but I'm happy with it. I kind of like this setup. I'd like to be able to zoom in on my main camera, but I guess I don't really have to because I have this right here to focus. I think as long as you guys can get this, I might have to figure out a way to adjust that camera so it can get closer to the work. Awesome. I'm excited. I've got a huge area here. So I just changed the screens here. There we go. So I have a lot bigger area than I had before. So I have all of this, and I can bump this out. So when I'm using my torch, this is arm's length away. So when I'm using my torch right here, I've got enough safety room. I got my pickle pot. My pickle pot is under this bag. I made a mess today, so everything's dirty. So I'm still playing with everything. Let's get you guys, and everything's backwards because I'm looking at it on the screen. But I'm excited. I will be going on Twitch more often now. It's just a lot easier for streaming my whole day. I can be on and just work, and you guys can watch, and I can see you in the chat. And I think it'd be good. So, project 1 down. I have a couple more little projects, getting things kind of organized. And tomorrow, I'm going to try making this sterling silver ring. So, I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little bell button so you get notifications. It helps out the channel a lot, and I'm able to keep making more videos. So, I hope you guys all have a great day, and keep making.